I went home. I was terrified in the car in case something might happen and I had to get my jaw done all over again, but I fell asleep and I woke up when we were at my grandma's house. And at my grandma's house, that's where I stayed because there was no animals, no brother, no dad. It was all just relaxing and nothing could injure my jaw. So I spent about a week there because that was a Wednesday, and then so I can't remember exactly what I did every day, but basically I would read my book, watch TV, rest, sleep, a lot of sleep, and yeah, I take medication 3 times a day. So in the hospital I took Panadol and Nurofen and they put antibiotics in my arm, which hurt. Keep that in mind as well. They hurt and I told them and they were like, oh, just go slower. No, I think it was more than just the speed you were going. But then out of that I took the antibiotics still until the bottle ran out, which was after 6 days, and Nurofen. So every day was kind of fine. The second day, the third day is meant to be the most painful, but the second day was so painful. Not really painful, but like it hurt more than any of the other days, so compared to all that, it was most painful. The bruising didn't appear until like day 3, but the bruising is basically not even here anymore, and there's only a little bit here. They said the bruise is meant to go down here before it disappears, but for me it just stayed on my chin and now it's nearly gone. I was very swollen, I looked like a balloon. Now the swelling is nearly all gone, only a tiny little bit here. I was completely numb here, and my teeth always really hurt. So just so you know, your teeth will most likely really hurt, especially these 4 bottom teeth, like a toothache. So I consistently brush them like 6 times a day because they really hurt and I didn't like them hurting and stuff. Yeah, it was quite boring, just relaxing a lot. Sometimes feeling sick, vomiting up blood. I just said that because I feel sick at the moment. It's really hot in here. I need to stop talking, I just need to lie down. You get nauseous a lot. Let's do this. You get nauseous, sorry, I just have to do this. You get nauseous a lot and you feel sick and vomit up blood and you dribble everywhere, so I always have to have tissues with me. I brushed my teeth with a baby toothbrush to make sure it wouldn't hurt, and used a little bit of toothpaste. I basically did that a lot, and then after a week and a day, it was a Wednesday, and I went back to the surgeon, and usually you're not meant to go back to school or physical activity until after 2 weeks. But after a week and a day, he said I was perfectly fine and healed really quickly and I could go. Just wearing the ice until the swelling would go down. And yeah, so the first day of school, I went to school, but I left early at lunch because I wasn't feeling the best. And then I went to dance that night, but I just sat and watched my commercial class because I know he said I could participate, but commercial is very fast and it's a lot of touching your face, and I still wouldn't really want to touch my face like this. So just to be safe, I just did the stretching and stuff. I stretched for the rest of the class while observing and watching. And then the day after, I stayed at school the whole day, but at lunch I took my Fenipad medication, and my friends were like, oh my god, Caitlin, you have a rash. I had a rash all of my neck and my chest and on my shoulders. And instead of me going to first aid or going home, when everyone was telling me to, I said, no, it's fine, it's probably just the beginning of the bruising or just something from the jaw surgery. And I went to my next 2 classes, the last 2 classes for the day, which I should have. I texted my mum about it, she called the surgeon and they arranged a doctor's appointment for me at 5 PM that night. So when I got home from school, I got ready, and then my grandma, my dad and I went to the doctor's. My dad waited outside while me and my grandma went in because we had all the medication to show. We explained everything and he said it was probably an allergic reaction to the antibiotic, which my brother is also allergic to, which makes the most sense. They give that to you usually to stop infections, and they possibly could have given me another antibiotic first, which was the one I reacted badly to. And that's why they ended up giving me that one, because they probably were like, oh, like if I was allergic, you know, just, this is my theory, I don't know. And so he said I was probably allergic to that. He gave me children's Clarentine because I still can't really swallow tablets, like big tablets yet. So I had to have the liquid, and he said to take it once a day, 10 meals for 6 days to be the same amount of time that I had taken the antibiotic, because that had already stopped. But the first thing you need to do is stop both your medications. So I had to stop taking my antibiotic and my fanny pad, and the fanny pad is to stop the hurting, which is why I haven't felt pain, and it was still numb and everything. But as I said, a lot of the swelling had gone down. And then he said if it got worse and it got to certain parts of my body, to go back immediately. But guess what? On Saturday they're not open. So I went to the hospital, which was a very good idea. We went to the hospital, and I keep looking forward, I'm sorry. I think I can stand up now though. So I went to the hospital that day, and we waited for a while until they called me in. They also weighed me, and I weighed like 58 or something, so I lost like 6 kilos or something. I'm doing this because obviously you're not eating as much. And we went in, and he said I'm probably either allergic to the antibiotic or had the measles. So he gave me steroid thingy to take, and said I would be hyper and not be able to sleep that night, which was basically true. I went to sleep a lot later than I usually do, and then we were like, oh my god, it's working perfectly, all the swelling's gone down, this is so good. And then he also changed the children's card, tried to take it 2 times a day for the 10 meals, and the bottle's 120 mils, so it would still be only for the 6 days. So I took that and everything because it had gone really, really bad, and it was getting itchy and everything. And then we're up to today, where my face is red because the rash is still here, but I want to go to school and dance, but the thing is, you can't go out in public if you have a huge rash, because people might think that you're contagious or something, and you can't for other people. Even though I want to, I can't stand up. I feel really nauseous. So yeah, you can see the swelling's gone down and the bruises gone. So it's definitely numb all here. My bottom lip is not numb at all anymore. It's not numb here, but it feels a little bit big. I can feel my face all the way to here and all the way to here, but here is still numb. So just this little part here is numb. So I stopped wearing the ice because of the rash, and that's why the antibiotic probably hurt. And yeah, he said in 12 months to go see take an allergy test to see if I was still allergic to it, because he said how it's really bad to be allergic to antibiotics and stuff because you need them, blah blah blah. Even though it was my first time ever having an antibiotic, I've never had one in my life before, so you know what I mean. And he said it could be the measles, but I have been immunised, so it's probably most unlikely. But he said if I start having a runny nose, I had a fever or a sore stomach, to come back, because it could be the measles. But the steroid was working, so it's not the measles, and it has gone down. So I'll show you it now. So it looks like this on my arms. It's also on my stomach and my butt and my legs and my boobs and my face. So that's basically all of that. Let's see if I missed any bits of information. Make sure you do brush your teeth though, because you need your oral health to be the best, because you have to keep your oral hygiene up to stop infections. Also eat all of the food you love the day before or a bit before, because I was craving so many foods that I can't have, because I still can't bite or chew for 4 weeks, and that will never change because that's just the rules. So yeah, I'm just a really quick healer because it's been less than 2 weeks and I'm basically done and everything. And that's all for today's video. I really need a rest. I've been talking for almost half an hour. So thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I helped you guys. Oh, when we still said it again, he put these bands on again. They hurt my teeth at the beginning. Basically, yeah, I just really need a rest right now. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys next time.